Are you ready, my friend?
I am. That first game, so very exciting, and I'm just really curious to see what the draft is going to be here. And such good team compositions coming out from both teams, but in the end, Navi was able to secure that 1-0 lead over Team Liquid. But we are going to be getting into the next draft here. We do have Team Liquid already readied up, and Navi just waiting on them, and we will get into the map striking
Yep.
stage.
I mean,
But what do
Navi
you think
seems to...
about?
Sorry?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, what did you think about that last game, Afla?
Well, pretty much what I said in the outro. I mean, there's not much to add. We don't have a huge break where I have to recapitalize everything for the viewers that just joined. Navi controlling the game execution-wise, absolutely. Okay, I wouldn't say absolutely dominating, but the combination of execution, a bit RNG, and it was on Navi's side, and Liquid was just answering to whatever Navi was demanding, and they never got like this jump to being the one who's dictating the terms. That was the biggest problem. Now let's see if Navi's actually back from the little smoking break. It seems like just yeah, Team Liquid is readied up. Navi still slacking a bit, but I'm pretty sure those boys, they come within a second.
Yeah, I feel the first team post level 10 fight for Team Liquid went really well. We did see Black's Corp and Grand Paquete with that insane synergy. We did have the Void Prison go down on Vala and Tassadar, but we did have Grand Paquete, the Rhaegar for Team Liquid, getting a very clutch Ancestral on the Illidan, and then as Black's Corp dropped in health even more after that Ancestral, the perfect Metamorphosis timing, securing that first team fight post level 10 for them. But after that, it just really the comp from Na'Vi just proved to be too strong, and really nice combos coming out from Na'Vi, executing that Diablo Overpower into Tyrande Lunar Flare into Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, really just giving the Illidan a couple times there, and just really nice execution with the Apocalypse and everything.
Yep.
Such a fearsome comp to go up against, and I feel that Team Liquid kind of has to do something with their draft to kind of deny that a bit.
And now I'm just hoping that Navi doesn't leave us alone, abandon us here. 30 seconds to go. Come on, Navi, do it. And oh, I'm just saying it, and they're actually doing it. Navi pressed the ready button, and there we go. Map draft it is. And now, if this is the last game, then please, boys, surprise me with something. Give me a Mines, or give me even better a Spider Queen, please.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what map we're going to be on here. We do have Navi with that first map ban available, and 5 seconds left on the timer. What are we going to see here? And it's going to be a ban on Garden of Terror.
Well, Garden of Terror. Actually, the match we had on Garden of Terror was very exciting. I'm really sad we don't see it a bit more, because I think when it comes to balancedness, if I may, I don't know, slaughter that word, then Garden of Terror comes for me right after Curse, to be honest. Like, the seeds are very balanced, like the camp positioning is very like mirror-like, and it's all about who gets faster on the seeds, the fights around the terrors, and the fights and the sieges with the terror. It's very exciting to watch, to be honest. It's similar to what Curse Hollow offers for the viewers and the casters. So I'm a bit disappointed. Sky Temple also a lot of action today, even though all the matches we had on Sky Temple were rather obvious who wins. Like, there was always a team in the lead most of the time, and from there on they kind of snowballed from one temple to the boss to another temple. The other maps were a bit more equalized in experience and who felt to be in lead, at least.
Yeah, and on the Team Liquid side of things here, we already have a ban onto Haunted Mines. What will be the second ban to go here? I'm quite curious. Are we going to be going back to Cursed Hollow? Is that a possibility? I think it is, but
Yeah.
Tomb of the Spider Queen being banned out by Team Liquid, and what will be the next map veto by them?
I wouldn't mind Dragonshire. The match we watched, it was okay. It was also like pretty much like Sky Temple, where one team had like all the time the upper hand, but the fights felt really close. So I wouldn't mind another Dragonshire, and I'm pretty sure the mistakes we saw by Gamers 2 on the Dragonshire map, like giving some of the DKs away for nothing in return, pretty much, I don't think that's gonna happen to either Navi or Team Liquid, but They ban out Cursed Hollow, Team Liquid. They hear me, boys. So shout out to the El Nexo, or former El Nexo guys there, now Team Liquid. Well deserved. You're my favorite team now already. Banning out Cursed Hollow, so we have to deal with Dragonshire, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, they just lost a game to Na'Vi on that Cursed Hollow map, so I like the ban for sure from Team Liquid to get rid of that Cursed Hollow. I feel that their composition maybe kind of favors Dragonshire a bit more than Cursed, so Team Liquid and Na'Vi here on that Dragonshire, and we have a first ban onto Tyrande from Team Liquid.
Yep, Tyrande being banned, so Liquid wants to prevent that if Na'Vi gets Diablo, for example, they're not gonna get the Tyrande. I mean, we talked about this a lot, because, I mean, Na'Vi gave us these pointers. It's not like we knew about the combination. It's not a secret. It has been played by many teams already, but not too many teams are actually executing it to this kind of perfection. Out of all the grab plus Lunar Flare combinations, I think Na'Vi had a 90% accuracy. Not many Lunar Flares and timings were too off, I think. That's at least my impression on Na'Vi.
Yeah, and now we have the Lost Vikings ban coming out again from Na'Vi, except in the second ban position this time around, in Team Liquid taking a page out of the Na'Vi book and is actually going to go for that Uther first pick. Uther, a first pick hero, it's definitely possible. He is so pivotal in creating so many different team comps and making them viable. So Team Liquid saying, hey, you got Uther last round, we're going to take him away this time in that first pick.
Now the question is, do they answer just like Liquid in the last game, but get Illidan and Vala? That would be the question. Sure, you take Uther away out of the equation, but then again Illidan and Vala plus another support, it also works. And Na'Vi, they started already with the Illidan, just on like along my railroad of thoughts here, and if they take the Vala, then I'm pretty much on the same train of thought here.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but Na'Vi maybe has something different up their sleeve. We'll have to see here. They're definitely taking their time and thinking about this choice. Vala could be a viable option here, but maybe they are afraid of another hero and maybe want to go for kind of a deny pick, or possibly maybe thinking about Tassadar. Tassadar being a very nice wave clear hero on this map, and also providing the support that Illidan needs to survive against any threat. But actually, it's going to be Illidan and Jaina together, two of the top hero picks in the game. I feel that Na'Vi has really nice value there with both Illidan and Jaina, two premium picks right now for Heroes of the Storm.
Definitely. I mean, Jaina is pretty nice against the DK. Also a nice burst damage on something that is blocked and already slowed by Illidan. But of course that opens the window for Liquid to pick Vala now. I think Liquid doesn't get around the Vala pick. They have to do it. Like, it's just too good of a hero at the moment. I mean, Vala is probably the most stable hero in the meta for I don't know how many weeks, month even. Like, she's always there, barely banned, because I don't know, there's much more worth or value in certain bans, so the Vala is always coming out. And Liquid, and that's quite interesting, they secure the Zeratul on the third position. So Vala, that's no surprise at all. Okay, let's just check this, and it's out. But Zeratul, like in the third position, this is the first time, because all the Zeratools we had today were the last picks, the fifth one or the fourth position. So this is kind of a surprise that they show it that early.
Yeah, it's actually not too much of a surprise from my perspective, because Black's Corp, again, being one of the premier not support players, sorry, melee assassin players in all of Europe, we just talk about how good the Zeratul player Black's Corp is all the time. His Zeratul is fantastic, his Illidan and Kerrigan also being fantastic, but when Black's Corp is on Zeratul, you have to be afraid of that. And yeah, not a huge surprise in the Vala pick here coming out from Team Liquid. You don't want to allow Na'Vi to have Illidan, Jaina, and Vala. That would just be absurd in my mind. But
that's nothing you can do. I mean, Sylvanas is still there, so I expect her to come out at some point for either team. But then again, we also have to worry about supports now. I mean, Na'Vi starts with the Tassadar, but needs a main healer. So Rhaegar is, I think, quite nice in combination with Illidan, because Illidan is it's a hero that you just can't get rid of. He's like a tick. Once bitten, you just can't get rid of it. That's the problem. There's just a few heroes that make it really fast out of Illidan. So, for example, the shield by say Rigger does a lot of uptime damage. That's what I like. Tassadar is picked, and they get the tank instead of the second support, so they don't show the second support who's gonna be the main healer. So we only know that there is a Diablo, which is not too bad of synergy, but of course the Tyrannus is missing as a follow-up. Now, well, I think Liquid can pretty much pick the healer that Na'Vi might wanted to go for just as a block, a protection pick.
Yeah, this is a very, very high level draft here. Normally, when you play an Illidan comp, you really want that ETC here, but we do see Na'Vi stealing away that Diablo from Team Liquid, saying, no, you are not going to have Diablo and Zeratul and Uther and Vala for that crazy wombo combo in the same setup. So really, really high level pick on that Diablo here from Na'Vi.
But it comes down to, sorry to interrupt you there, but isn't this like as I understand it, like if they would have put the Zeratul on the 4th or 5th position, they could have gotten Diablo through, like picking him on the 3rd position and then going for the Zeratul on the 4th or 5th. That would have forced Na'Vi into picking Zeratul. At least that's how I understand it. But whoa, this is a first for today, by the way. So let's drop my original thought and let's go to Moradin.
Yeah, Lucifron really does like that Muradin pick. I've seen Team Liquid, and even when they were El Nexo, like that Muradin from time to time, and I'm really interested to see how it works out in this game. I've never been a too huge fan of Muradin, but he can be quite a nice warrior for a team.
I mean, he has some abilities that scale pretty nice. Also, the longer the game goes, he is tanky for sure. The regeneration is always handy. I mean, we have some viewers that are completely new to Heroes of the Storm, so talking a bit around Muradin is quite interesting because it's the first time we see him today here in the winner bracket. I'm not sure, maybe one of the loser bracket matches we didn't stream had a Muradin, but at least for everything that was on stream today, it's a first. So Muradin, well, it's a tank that has been a bit forgotten. They put a Sagara directly on top of it, so some siege damage is coming there as well. We also have a Maw, which means we have, in theory, you can chain it. You can chain Prison into the Maw, but there's also the question, does Liquid go for double that stuff? Really, do you need 2, or do you go for a melee Zeratul, full damage, and just go with the Maw?
Yeah, and it's also going to depend on the the Uther Heroic is going to depend on what they do with that there. I feel that they probably are going to want to get that Void Prison out, and with the Devouring Maw and Void Prison possibilities, you could have that Divine Storm. But if they to go to that melee assassin Zeratul, which I don't really think they want to do, they could go for Divine Shield here. But I feel that the Uther, the Wombos are, and the separation is just a lot better of an option here. And we do have that Rhaegar last pick for Na'Vi.
And I like it. I mean, at least I had the impression that Rhaegar is, out of the healers we had as a choice, still the best. I mean, he can provide like the shield either on Illidan and on Diablo, which means the damage uptime there is pretty great. The Ancestral on the Diablo, if he tanks for a long time and is on the focus, or on the Illidan, is very nice. Of course, we saw in some other games that like the burst damage was so high that Ancestral is lacking. It's, by the way, something we see more and more at the current meta. I don't know if we make a counter at some point, like how many Ancestrals have been cast but not going through because the burst damage was just too high. The number is increasing. The better the players get, the better and more practice the teams get, the higher level the scene becomes. So that's why I think Rhaegar fallen off a bit, because the Ancestral is a bit, the delay till it kicks in is a bit high. But I'm not saying we should change it. Jesus, no. I think it's fine as it is.
Yeah, whenever you cast an Ancestral Healing on Diablo, I feel you just get insane value. It's just such a devastating target for that Ancestral Healing. Getting Diablo low and then getting healed up can be so very, very nice. And yeah, I really like these comps. Na'Vi with that Diablo steal, I feel, is going to be so very pivotal in this game. But I'm really interested to see how Muradin plays out for Team Liquid.
Yep, and we're already in the lobby. 5 players ready, some more are coming, and Shrimpy is already in the best troll mood. Come on, boys, where is Murky? That's what he's saying. And yes, there was a Murky today, but unfortunately it was in one of the lower bracket games, which is kind of bad because we didn't get to see it. I don't know, maybe some hobby casters or something, they're gonna cast the replays. There's also a nice subreddit, by the way, it's called Heroes.gosu.cup. And they also upload now our tournament here, which is pretty nice, so you can check it all out there. And of course I will upload the VODs directly after the tournament, which you can, for this tournament, at least for this cup, you can check out on Gosugamers on YouTube, obviously. So let's see, till they're already 9 out of 10, and then we're going here. This might be the last game of today, if Navi wins the second one. And yeah, as I say this, countdown, and we're hopping into the game.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens here. We do have some really crazy draft strategies coming out. Stealing away Diablo. Really smart draft strategies, I should say. But yeah, Illidan and Jaina on the same team. That can be really devastating. I have to feel that Na'Vi kind of got the upper hand on this draft here. They just have 2 premium picks. They stole away that Diablo, which is so important to the Zeratul pick. And we'll have to see if Zeratul is able to kind of capitalize on anything in this game.
And I think I have to change. So we have Liquid to this to the left, right? So I have to change.
Yes.
Overlays. It's always so much fun.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real, but it's potentially the last game, so maybe I'm relieved from my OBS duty today. Either way, it's updated. I still need to update the score, which is 1-0 for Na'Vi. So let's give them a 1. There we go. And now I think the overlays are accurate. No introduction needed. We already said it once in game number 1. Navi's 1 ahead. This is the winner bracket final here. Enter the Storm. My name is Heflamo, casting with Nick, and we have some action in the mid already. The question is, does it actually end in action, or is it just like, I see you, you see me, let's make a family? I don't know. That's how it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it's really common on Dragon Show to clash in the middle here to clear that first wave here, but we could see some action coming out. Looks like both teams just content to clear waves at the moment, and we already have Illidan in that top lane, Zagara following suit as well, 14 Liquid, and looks like we're going to have a bit of a roam here from TL, but...
Yep. Everybody's pretty much breaking formation and just going in, while Shrimpy, well, he was behind the wall there, just waiting to jump on Falcon, but at the moment he's not really going for it. He's just clearing out some creep on the crown, and well, Breeze and Ethereal is coming in, but now Falcon, well, being slow, but the others, they're just too far away. They have to wait till those little buggers are out of vision. Now Ethereal's coming in, there's the slow, there's the lift. This might be our first blood here, but at the moment Shrimpy coming in, is it enough damage? Yes, this is our first blood. Zeratul just arrives to the, well, crime scene, and he just sees the corpse of, well, the Queen of the Swarm pretty much on the crown.
Really nice move by Breeze and Eternal to go around that top shrine to make the gank that much more scary and unpredictable. But we do have Lucifron getting caught a little bit, but he's going to be okay jumping out of there and getting healed up by that Uther.
Oh, and top the Illidan. Nice little match versus the Black Score, but at the moment, Shrimpy, that's bad. He's going in the direction of Falcon. Falcon actually providing the target to jump to, so Shrimpy, he's just running away. So top, that tempo is going to be painted blue. In the meantime, we have Splendor in the mid, just trying to get some harass damage out of the Wolf, but that's pretty much it. 3-3 at the moment. It's very, very equal. 1 tempo each, so no decay, early decay like we saw it in the Gamers 2 games so far.
Yeah, and it looks like Black's Corp going to open up here onto Cilium in the bottom lane. Will he be able to pick off that Dimensional Warp going off? And a nice little juke, but it's not going to be enough. Tastar getting picked off. Nice little pickup there.
Top, same action pretty much, like completely boxed in. Falcon also losing his life, so like the outer lanes at the moment really bad. And look at this, this is the window in the DK. A 2 minutes and 30 DK, that should guarantee the first line of defense going down here in the mid lane. There is only Breeze to defend, but I mean, what can you do as a Diablo? I mean, at this point, you're not hitting for Jack. Pretty much. So there's some more defense coming in, but the first tower going down, giving Na'Vi that Liquid that tiny advantage in experience. But does Lucifron change the lane, or does he keep going here? That's the biggest question. Like, breath alone is not enough. Do you have a shield that will counteract that pretty much? But yeah, he's not moving. He's just staying here.
Yeah, Lucifron trying to get that tower, but he's just not going to be able to get it. It looks like Well, he's going to go all in with the Dragon Knight here. Will he get that tower? It looks like, yeah, he will because... Oh, no, the Night Shield again from Cillium. So, yeah, nice play there by Na'Vi to deny that tower from going down. And Team Liquid with a little bit of a lead here.
Yep, definitely. I mean, Team Liquid now like half a level ahead. Like while the DK was like getting all the attention in mid, they also claimed the tower, a wall, and the second tower even. I didn't even see that. Like in the bottom lane, and now they're just gonna follow up here. The siege camp is already going down. That's the first one to claim. We have pretty much the mirror action on the other side. Splendor and Breeze working on it, but Uther sees it. Do they intervene? That's the biggest question. I don't think so. And at the moment, my screen is bugged because I see the second Ogre still alive, but maybe that, yeah, now it disappears. So yeah, nothing happened there. No intervention. But still, it's 7-7 and very, very close. 4 minutes in.
Yeah, and we do have the Zeratul from Team Liquid coming up here in the top lane, trying to maybe make something happen, but Illidan knowing that he could be in possible danger here. And we do have the Siege Giants kind of trading in the bottom lane, but getting cleaned up for Team Liquid and Na'Vi's. Oh, but in the middle here.
Yeah, no, but Lucifron, he had still that jump, so he could just leap out. That was easy going. But top, look at it, circlings, tower, everything's just coming. That tower is definitely going down. Like, they even ignore the wall for now because they know there might be a rotation. This rotation, do they actually catch someone? Yes, they saw Black, but is there another TP in any direction? Blink, there it is, but they can still catch up. Breeze needs to get there, needs to lift him on the other side, but probably still on cooldown. And there, it's not even needed. They just get him down. The healing wall just for fun right there, and that's a nice little kill they pick up.
Yeah, nice attempt by Uther there to try to save Black's Court, but in the end he is going to pay with his life. And we do have the Shrines activating once again. We have Na'Vi going for their Bruisers at the current moment, and also taking control of that bottom Shrine, but Lucifron and Vortex down here to contest it. So... Yep. It's going to be double Shrines here for Team Liquid, or at least
now,
a short
someone
amount
has to
of times.
interrupt this. I don't think they want to give another DK to Team Liquid, but at the moment it's only Breeze. Breeze, well, there's Lucifron, there's Falcon, and Grand PKT is joining in there as well. Breeze, really in trouble. Rigger doesn't have another heal, nothing to do. Not even the slow totem would do anything. So, well, they interrupt that temple top, so it's not ending in a DK, but your Diablo going down, despite that small, like, respawn timer, it still hurts. And now, well, it's again painted red, but Splendor, no, he was not in time there. Black Scorp, he's securing that this doesn't suddenly end in a Liquid DK, and it's level 10 on Na'Vi, on Liquid, and Na'Vi is still, yep, still a bit short, and this is a DK.
Yeah, that death there and a level 10 on Team Liquid side, allowing for another Dragon Knight, the second of the game, to go over to Team Liquid, and still just now hitting level 10 is Na'Vi. So yeah, they're gonna have to try to mitigate this Dragon Knight as much as possible, but we still have Team Liquid even pressuring the top lane as well as the middle lane with that Dragon Knight. And we have a little bit of a skirmish between Rhaegar and Zeratul in that bottom.
Yeah, oh my god, top, there's some action. I mean, Lucifron just leaping out. Also now, well, Shrimpy is getting the return damage, like pretty much the same medicine he tried to dish out on Lucifron, and in the end, he's losing more HP than anyone else on the other team. It's 11 versus 10. The DK stays in the mid, just doing the damage there. Everything has been cleared except for the keep. Now, well, Shrimpy going on it. Breeze gets the stun. He's the one who needs to get that lift through. And well, bottom, Black Scorp, he stays there. He just wants to get it done. But does he even have marksman or anything? No, rapid displacement, that's all he has. So, looking at the talents, is there anything unusual? We have Strafe, Maw, that's all Avatar anyway. No Divine Storm, we go for the shield, and Void Prism, by the way, so no full YOLO, melee, Zeratul, how you call it.
Well, we do have the Divine Shield coming out from Uther, and actually Lightning Breath coming out from Diablo, so no Apocalypse this game.
That's a first today, too. Out of all these Diablos.
I guess it just feels that he feels that Lightning Breath is much more suitable for their team comp, and I really like that. But we have the Void Prism going down, saving Black Scorp's life there. And we do have a possible follow-up here, team fight going on.
Yeah, well, look at this team fight. So much damage there. Strafe doing it, but Entersphere completely counteracting that, and now they lose the Vala. Like, just boxed in between Wall and a big fat Diablo, as well as a Water Elemental. So much burst damage there. And the question is now, do they capitalize on it? Why not? There's a creep wave. They are Ogres. They can just go for it. Like, these tier 1 towers, they will definitely fall. I don't think there's anything, I don't know, they can do about this. So the well is going down. The question is it enough for the keep? I think Liquid, they're pretty determined to defend this. But, oh, Lucifron just pulled in there, but leaped out. That's the good thing about Muradin. Like, if you get that lift, you can always leap out, unless, of course, it's on cooldown. Right now, Falcon joining that fun. And the only thing that's, of course, not here is the Illidan. So Shrimpy at the moment, just going for the solo action, trying to get a XP advantage. And looking at the XP, it's fairly equal. So I mean, at some point we had a small advantage for Liquid and Navi being behind, but now Navi pretty much caught up.
Yeah, and we have Team Liquid going for their Siege Giant camps. Both teams now level 13, able to fight on even terms. And what are the level 13 talents? Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Pretty standard picks from both teams, and we have both teams kind of converging down here onto this bottom shrine.
Oh, this is a big fight, but, well, Jaina joins now, so we have a 5-on-5 situation, but, well, the Ogres giving some tiny advantage, but they're dying just way too fast. Helium granting the vision, they know exactly where everybody is, and wow, this is, I don't know if this is going anywhere. At the moment, Navi doesn't seem to be willing to join a fight right now. I mean, they have all the heroic abilities, both teams, everything is ready to fight, but yeah, Liquid is just calling it. Like, let's not just fight, let's send Zeratul top, get some experience, claim the temple, and if we win that fight bottom, maybe we're gonna get a DK. But it's not gonna work.
Yeah, but Navi kind of sniffing this out and aggressing onto that shrine, figuring that Team Liquid would try to do something like this, so really nice game sense there from Navi to grab that shrine, and it looks like we have an engagement from Breeze here.
Yeah, Falcon being lifted, they know this is happening, they're more just hitting one here, Breeze, there's the breath, he can't be stopped in this, Ancestor healing at the same time as the Metamorphosis. The Prison is not really doing much, just on the Jaina, but look at Shrimpy, losing a lot of HP. The question is he the focus? Breeze also low HP, Lucifron, he has to go back. It's pretty much even at the moment. Black Scorp just blinking in, getting that AoE damage, but they are not done yet. Nice AoE healing coming out here by the Rhaegar, but Tassadar, he has to go back. Breeze also low. Well, there is a healing ward, but it's not doing much. It's just over time. It's a nice standoff. Nobody's actually dying in this. The question is now, does Navi stay around this area? Just keep the push up on the keep, because they need to keep that temple. If they lose the temple, they will get a DK against them.
Yeah, it's tough to say who has the stronger fight here, but it looks like Navi a little bit low on health and mana, kind of backing off here, and both teams rotating now to the middle lane.
Well, they have to, because they have to pretend, of course, that shrine. They won't get through with this. Rhaegar is already in position here. Splendor is gonna capture that temple, but oh, there's a fight. Shrimpy, oh my goodness, he's going down like Uther is trying to channel it through, but no, Rhaegar was fast enough, so sure, it at least doesn't end in a decay, but lagging, he says. Tassadar. Well, can we play Cilium on that death on Illidan?
Yeah, he's pretty dead here, I'm thinking, and it's quite unfortunate. Cilium having a little bit of lag here, so going to pause the game, and hopefully that cleans up here in a second. But we do have Team Liquid in a very nice position here. We do have the shrine still being controlled in top by Navi, but yeah, I feel like if they secure this kill here, Illidan is already dead for 31 seconds, and Tassadar being down, Team Liquid could easily rotate and take both shrines and a Dragonite here, possibly putting them into a big advantage. They are ahead on the race to 16, and with a Dragonite, that sieging power will definitely give them some of the experience they need.
Yep. But of course, it's a very bad timing to actually lag. I mean, Shrimpy was all over the place there, obviously. I mean, he tried to interrupt that. Uther desperately tried to get a DK channel through. Didn't really work out, but, well, Shrimpy, he just paid with his life. For obvious reasons. I mean, Rhaegar was the one they sent to claim the top temple, so there was no healing, no direct healing, no ancestral it was actually available. It's only a minute cooldown. But also Tassadar, if he really was lagging, then maybe the shield didn't go through on the Illidan, and that pretty much ended up in a kill on him. So bad news. But let's see. What happens if I change internet now? Can I reconnect? I have no idea.
Yeah, I am not quite sure myself, and we will have to see what the result will be here. Cillium contemplating about maybe reconnecting to the internet and maybe rejoining the game, really wanting to, use the pause feature, but we'll have to see. Will it be a reconnect? Will the pause continue for quite some time, or will we have a resume here?
I'm not sure. I mean, they're still discussing it, so let's just read and wait what's happening. I mean, Tassadar, he already said it. He probably will die. I mean, looking at the moment, Dimensional Shift is on cooldown, so no, there's just no way he's getting away with this if the Zeratul just follows him. So that's probably the second death we're gonna see here on Navi's side. And then the question is, are they able to claim the top temple, go for a DK while those two are dead? That's the big question. I mean, they might be still able to stall some time around top or mid, but I think they can't prevent the DK. But let's see what they find out. I'm still lagging, not sure if I can switch internet or just wait a bit. Well, I can't help him there. I have no idea.
Yeah, I believe the tournament's rules state that you can pause for up to 10 minutes per game for each team. So if he does want to go for that reconnect, I'm sure he's probably going to want to do it as soon as possible, because reconnecting the Heroes of Storm can take some time. We're still in the beta phase, and the rejoin feature isn't as polished.
Don't even mention it. It's not called rejoin feature. It's called rejoin cancer, for obvious reasons. Everybody
Shots
who
fired.
disconnected knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, Heroes of the Storm being based off of that StarCraft 2 engine, still working on the technology to make it better. And I have to remind everyone that it is a beta test, so definitely going to be improvements coming in the future with regards to that. But looks like Cillium might want to just wait the 10 minutes out. He's not even sure if he's in the game, he's saying. But yeah, I have to say Cillium is quite dead here. He does not have that dimensional shift available. It's on cooldown for 18 seconds, and a singularity spike is about to explode onto him. Looking like Black Scorp will be able to clean him up in this situation, but still waiting for that decision from Na'Vi here.
Yep, pretty much. There's not much to say. We analyzed this little still play at the moment here. There's not much we can say. We can just hope that Cillium's internet is doing it. I mean, of course, for viewers and casters and whatnot, even for the other players, it's always bad, the pauses. But if you remember back, like, having no pause was also kind of awkward. And suddenly in a pro match, even like someone having internet issues, and then suddenly you play 4 on 5, which is very, very bad, obviously for competition purpose. But well, this time at least we have a pause. The only thing we have to, well, be patient with the waiting.
Yeah, nothing we can do but be patient. And yeah, man, I just feel that in this game right now, Team Liquid is in a really nice position, not really executing the team fight too well in the bottom there, did Na'Vi. They weren't able to kill anyone off, and Team Liquid kind of just pulled back, and now getting those pickoffs have been very, very huge. Na'Vi trying to fight without heroics. Illidan was able to be just picked off with relative ease, but now we do have Cillium leaving the game for Na'Vi, trying to reconnect, trying to get his internet working.
By the way, like if I write something here, like I can't write to all, right? As an observer.
I think we are spectators. I don't think we're referees, which I think. Let's see.
No,
here.
like I can't select all, so I just assume. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. But it's good. Like I'm testing stuff. Like for those people who wonder why I'm asking so many stupid questions, it's simply because it's the first time I'm actually in an observer slot. I'm usually not a Heroes of the Storm caster. I'm helping out today because Mr. Jester, Foco Chester, shout out to Mr. Jester, Nick and Jester, and also Shane Gucher and Hoss from the UK. They have been casting the qualifiers here of Enter the Storm, but Jester is helping around Heroes of the Dome directly at Blizzard, so he had to even leave the comfy Canada to go to Murica, and we have to see. I talked with him today, and he seems kind of happy about what's going on and everything there. So let's see. But we also have good news. Cilium actually. Well, we can try, he says. Was this just like a normal reconnect on the same internet, or did he actually change internet that fast?
I'm not actually sure what happened. Maybe he just reset his router real quick, but regardless of that, we are going to get back into this game here, and it looks like Cilium is going to be picked off in the first second of that on pause. But yeah, like we were saying, Team Liquid now rotating for that top shrine, and going to try to secure the Dragon Knight quite already on the way to level 16, already almost halfway, so really, really nice here. Diablo trying to delay it a little bit, but it's going to be...
I think Breeze could have done something on that bottom temple here, but Uther's like, just check in, yeah, everything's fine. Breeze doesn't bother with it. So Navi already put up with the fact that, yeah, there will be a DK coming out, so it's all about the defense. I mean, we're only 12 minutes into the game, which means the respawn timers should be quite reasonable, and yes, they are. Already back, which means only one level advantage, but it's not any level, it's level 16, a pretty crucial level when it comes to talents and everything, so another set of talents coming out here for Team Liquid, that paired with the push now of 4 plus a decay onto the first line of defense when it comes to the base structures, and of course this is bad news for Navi, but I think they are able to keep it right here and no step further. The keep will be something they want to protect.
Navi not completely out of this. They are getting relatively close to that level 16 mark, and despite losing that mid fort and mid keep wall, they still have 2 outer forts remaining, although the Dragon Knight of Team Liquid is heading for that top lane, so that top fort may not be long for this world.
It's 5 seconds only on the decay, so we have Black here. Sure, he's going to keep on pushing on Zeratul, but I think Navi like knew that, and they also know that they are 5 bottom versus 4, which means this might end up in a keep trade, which is, I guess, the best thing they can get out of here. They're also level 16 in just a second, and yep, that is, well, nice circumstances for this fight. It's a nice basis. Zeratul is now on the way, so it's a 5-on-5 situation right now, but Black Scorp, he's coming from the back, and oh, they're going to focus here on that Jaina. There's the Ancestral, and yes! Yeah. Now we know why Jaina was out of position, because for crying out loud, he disconnected.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't a factor there in that positioning, but as you said, it might have well been. But it looks like that Ancestral Healing is going to connect, and Jaina will be able to be alive, but it is at the cost of that Ancestral Healing, so not the best thing ever, but we'll have to see what the impact of that is, and we do have the on pause once again.
Yep, I mean, he got healed, but now Void Prison on all 4. That's not what you want. Usually you want to single out someone, but Cilium there in the Archon, there's a Maw, but the Maw actually not hitting anyone. There's the Lightning Craft on super low HP. He does some damage with it, but in the end, still no results. Vala super low, Zagara really low. Zagara's the first one to fall, and now they want more. Black Scorp, well, he can blink out. That's nothing you want to follow up here. Shrimpy in trouble, but there's the shield. Tacita over the wall, given that shield, and it's a 2-for-0 trade, and I think here we finish that fight. We have maybe a chance to get Black Scorp if they really leap forward, but no, he's way far away.
Yeah, really nice team fight there for Navi. I feel like that the Devouring Maw kind of got whiffed there because of the Void Prison. The timing did not line up correctly, and yeah, that's a big problem there for Team Liquid, and now we have Navi taking the bottom keep wall of Team Liquid.
I mean, they pretty much hit nothing with that Maw. I don't know if I was like blind or not seeing everything correctly, but I think it was Void Prison. He tried to get the Maw right after to get at least like 2 or 3 targets in there and then kill the rest. But I think that Maw didn't get anyone. They spread out instantly after the Prison, and that second delay, or a bit too late casted, that was just not good enough. Or at that point, they really gave away this team fight, and this translates into a very nice stand for Navi now. Suddenly, from being on the back feet here, we have a tiny advantage in experience, and the next temples are spawning. So I think these next temples, the next DK, is very interesting. Also the Bruises, something we have not seen that often. Even though we have Illidan, he's not going for that PvE factor all the time because both teams are so busy fighting PvP at the moment. So we have Liquid going for the Bruises, Na'Vi ignoring them. They rather go for the Temples. They know how significant that next decay might be in getting even more of a lead. So let's see what's happening.
Well, we do have the Siege Giants being pushed now for Na'Vi, and Na'Vi actually going for that rotation on top, having to deal with the Bruiser camp of Team Liquid as well. So both teams just kind of rotating to deal with mercenaries and once again trade those shrines. So not to allow their opponents from having complete control of the Dragonite. But yeah, so we have Na'Vi in the top lane dealing with those Bruisers, and we have Team Liquid taking the Bruisers in the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure if that was so much worth it, because in the end, in the same amount of time, Liquid managed to get 2 Bruisers, and all they did was pretty much a temple swap. Bottom and top changed the ownership, that's it. So bottom, we have now the Bruisers pushing in on that keep. By a top, they did some damage, sure, they got 2 towers, but was that really worth it? It just translates into a tiny bit experience advantage, but now they're all heading south. It's like at the moment, like, someone has Ebola, they're trying to avoid each other, no confrontation at all. It's like a quarantine status around this area, but look at mid. Well, no, it's not enough to get a cast through.
Yeah, nice play by Cilium to kind of hide out there, knowing that they would have a brief window where they could possibly take the Dragonite. But again, Na'Vi rotating to the bottom, dealing with those Bruisers, and not losing that fort in bottom. So really nice there by Na'Vi, and Bruisers coming out from Team Liquid, stealing them out from under Na'Vi, but Na'Vi ahead on that race to 20, so very important, and I feel that Team Liquid, I mean, I guess they're not going to take a fight in here before level 20.
Look at this. Na'Vi, this is like, let's dance. Let's just dance, because whenever whenever they're going bottom, they're going top, and vice versa. Na'Vi just doesn't want to fight at the moment, but this might change because look at the XP bar. Okay, it's kind of blocked by the pass thingy right now, but it's almost at 20, and Liquid has a tiny bit more to go. So we are at 19.5 and almost 19 and I don't know, 4/5 or so. So I don't know if that changes. As soon as they get top shrine, ding 20, go through the mid, and with those new talents, set of talents, just go YOLO for it. Try to win a fight and make this the fight that really counts.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what happens here. That advantaged level 20 can be really pivotal. Could give a small window they need to capitalize on something, but we do have the reconnect again from Cilium. Cilium having some... Actually, and Cilium leaving the game once again. He citing that Bulgarian... Well, Eternal citing that Bulgarian internet not being so very hot. So, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate that we keep having so many delays in this game, but technology is the vehicle of esports. The common catchphrase whenever you have to talk about these technical difficulties happening in the games. And
but now you jinxed it, you know that, right? Which means now that you said this means Liquid wins 2-0, because you said it at the very beginning of the cast. Now that you brought it up a second time, which means you're like sort of, you know, coming back to the beginning, which means we're not going into game number 3. You pretty much jinxed everything. You ruined completely all of the viewer experience right now.
Yeah, man, I've just been ruining so many things today. I don't even know what to say. I guess I'm gonna blame everything on Coucher. Like that's the only defense I have for myself. Yeah. But
Coucher is to blame. And for everybody who's wondering how you like type out Coucher, that's how you rate him. And he's the admin of this tournament, helping out with all the drafts and the registrations and stuff. And if there's anything wrong, blame him. Yeah, for the lag,
exactly.
And also for the bad Bulgarian internet and starvation, like AIDS and war and all that stuff. Everything. Yeah. That's Coucher. He takes it all. He's like modern Jesus.
But we have Cilium trying to reconnect to the game. I have to imagine this is so frustrating for Na'Vi. Will this put them on tilt? Or will they be able to kind of persevere in this game? It's game point for them. If they win this game, they will 2-0 the series against Team Liquid, putting them into that finals for tomorrow and sending Team Liquid to the losers bracket. This is such a tense moment in the game, too.
Yeah.
17 minutes in on Dragon Chart with both teams approaching that coveted level 20 power spike. But yeah, man, I'm really eager to get back into this game. And Cillium restoring his connection once again, going to try to get back in this game here. And yeah, hopefully we could get back here as soon as possible. I apologize for the technical difficulties and delays, but these things happen sometimes.
Yeah, the funny part is that it actually happens at the end of the day. I mean, since 14 CET, and that is by now 6, 8, 9 hours. Yeah, by now that's 9 hours straight casting. It's the first time we actually have problems like this. We had small pauses here and there, just a bit lag, whatnot, but that was like less than a minute pause. On the last, or potentially the last game of the day, we have the big problems coming. It's very timely, of course, as usual. But you get used to this. When you follow Hefler casts, then that's, yeah, it's prone to happen. Caster of Disaster. That's my title, pretty much.
And Cillium, again, losing his connection, having troubles with that reconnect feature. Really unfortunate there. But, man, I just can't wait to get back into this game. It's been such a back and forth. And these two teams are just so very good. Really learning a lot of stuff here in this high-level EU event.
Wait, someone is telling me, yeah, I forgot about trying this out. If I type /all, no, it doesn't. Like, observers are just not allowed to actually talk with players. So, which is kind of good, so we can't tell them where everything is, I guess.
Exactly. You don't want us cheating for any of the different sides. I think you have to be set as a referee to actually talk in all chat, so yeah. That always requires a little extra button press, so it's kind of too inconvenient.
Oh, but you know, I'm pretty happy about this tool because I mean, over the years you see a lot of like also not the smartest people on the planet. Let's phrase it like this very carefully. So when some hobby guys casters or something in some crazy language I've never heard of cast a game, then like explaining them that like the all chat is not to be used, and then they are like in all chat, oh look at this wall, or oh my god they go for a shot. I'm like, doing, you know, it's like never mind that. But these are some of the experiences I made in other games, which is I don't know, pretty crazy. So I'm actually happy about Blizzard's approach of not giving the observers any chance to actually talk with the players.
One request I would have to say is please give us some more observer slots. Would be really convenient, especially for the extra language streams that we do have for this event. Props to them. And unfortunately, we do have Cillium losing their connection once again. So some major issues popping up here in this winners bracket finals.
Yep. And by the way, I'm summoning the admins, please. I call upon the admins by the power of the internet. Please make a call on this, because I think we are approaching soon the 10-minute mark where, I mean, I don't want to be the buzzkill here and like calling for it, but I can also get the viewers and everything that say like, yo guys, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes pausing or something. If 10 minutes is the rule, I mean, we can give some minutes on top, especially since he's so close to fixing, but I think at some point we have no chance than just saying, yo guys, I think we have to go for it.
Yeah, personally, I'm willing to wait here all day, but we do have a show to run, so it's going to be up to the admin decision to figure out what is happening with this game. But, yeah, man, it's really unfortunate. We had such a good game going on here, despite the lag issues that were popping up here and there. This is such a close, intense game.
Yeah, but we are testing stuff as well. I mean, apparently, now we know that if you change your internet, you're not able to reconnect in the same game. That's how it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Cillium, he's trying to keep reconnecting, but it's just not letting him back in the game, I feel. Yeah, he's getting that double lost their connection message over and over again, so I don't know what the issue is here.
But it makes sense, doesn't it? Because, like, this way, like, in theory, let's just think about it, in theory, you could say like, I know I pause a game and I let my brother on the other side of the world log into my account and just play for it on another IP. So it makes sense preventing people from doing that, right?
Uh, I don't know. I have no clue what's going on. Maybe it's just you cannot reconnect more than once. Maybe I'm not sure what's going on here.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, I just want to get back into this game, but it's just unfortunate.
Well, I mean, the viewers are very impatient, so I think I have to show them your pretty face.
Oh
So
man,
here we
as
go. Red shirt power,
red
and
shirt hype,
there we
and
go.
got the couch in the background and everything. But yeah, man, I'm just really eager to get back into this game. It's still waiting quite a bit of time, and I think we might have to figure out what the admins are going to say here. But
Yeah, I mean, the admin is gonna make a call at some point, so just keep observing the group. I think we are at the 10-minute mark for sure by now. But yeah, there's not much more to say. By the way, the couch in the background, guys. Nick is always looking for very attractive secretary. So if you want to apply, then there's the casting couch, where you can show your qualifications in
always
action.
taking new applicants,
Yeah, like
so
1, 2 per week. That's like the normal ratio.
it's pretty standard, I would have to say. But
By
yeah,
the way,
man.
Nick, I also wanted to ask you that Red Shirt and BlizzCon. Are you actually going to BlizzCons?
I have not made up my mind yet. I really want to, and it would be really cool to play in some kind of tournament or help cast or provide analysis for some kind of tournament. But I have not made up my mind yet if I'll be going. But if I do, I'm more than happy to meet up with anyone. I really have never been to a BlizzCon, but yeah, it would be something really fun to do. I know there's a lot of people I want to meet up with from the Heroes community.
That's true, yeah.
And just friends I've known, not even from Heroes, just people that live out in SoCal that I have different various friends. But yeah, I really want to go. There's a pretty good chance I'll probably go.
Because like I know how we can drive the Heroes of the Storm developers in complete insanity. They go fully nuts. I mean, in World of Warcraft, like having red shirts in the front line asking questions that not even the game developers
Oh
in
yeah,
the
the
lore and stuff can't
the red
answer.
shirt guy, the
Yeah.
legendary red
And
shirt
then
guy.
the Nick Hotz comes along and suddenly first row presentation of Heroes of the Storm, law about heroes or something, and then you just raise your hand and completely correct the developer. So that would be, I don't know, it would be hilarious. I want to have that on tape. That's the reason I'm asking if you want to go to BlizzCon with your nice red shirt, please.
Yeah, man, I have to say I know a lot of facts about Falstead Wildhammer, but yeah, man, I might have to ask some questions with a red shirt, become the new legend on the internet. But I don't know though. Topping the original red shirt guy, that's a tough act to follow.
Well, you have to talk in a very weird way, also very small. You have to have like a very high level of autism for that to actually make the copy pasta, but it's
Well,
all fine.
some
still a
people in this
legend.
community might put that on me, but
Oh well. I'm not showing even the in-game chat because they are talking about touching their tra-la-la-la-la stuff.
yeah, man, it's escalating quite quickly. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is. I'm wondering, have we been paused longer than this game has been going on yet? I'm really curious to know how long this pause has actually been, and what a yeah, I don't know, man. I can't even fill it anymore. It's no, I'm kidding. I can fill
Yeah.
for days.
Now let's see. I mean, I'm asking now in the group what we do because I think it's time to make the call. I mean, Cilium, what is he doing at this point? I mean, the players are not really like giving us information. If he is on a new internet and loading into the game, or is he still getting the double lost connection because it's the IP preventing him from reconnecting? I really want to know what's going on. I'm getting
Yeah, I have
nervous.
no idea. It is quite strange that he keeps disconnecting on that reconnect. Very, very frustrating from all angles here. You got to be frustrated as Navi. You got to be frustrated as Team Liquid. You have to be frustrated as the caster of this game. You have to be frustrated as a viewer of this game. So again, admin saying you're out of time and you should unpause. So unfortunately for Navi, it's going to be an unpause. And we're going to get back into this game. And I feel that Team Liquid is just going to have to be able to take this game here. Playing with Tassadar bot, not an ideal situation, especially when you're in such a tense situation like this.
Yep, and well, the admin said like 1 more minute, and that's pretty much it. And well, Cilium didn't come back, right? I didn't miss anything.
No, Stylium did not come back, but Vortex paused the game just to confirm that all of the teammates and players in the game are here.
Yeah.
But
No, I get it. By the way, the chat has actually a nice idea. Kick one of Liquid to make it even.
Quick one of Liquid to make it even.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think that will go over too well with them, as they are manner players, but I think that just goes a little bit too far-fetched, not being their fault at all. So really unfortunate that this game is going to result most likely in a loss for Navi when they still have a chance of winning this game with a fifth player. But yeah, they're going to have to just try to get that bot to fight well with them. Can Navi do it? They are level 20 very, very soon here. What are they going to do? Are they going to just go for the team fight immediately? I don't know what you can do here.
And Shrimpy's saying, I get graphic bug, but well, this is not how it should go down, obviously. Now we have this 5-on-4 situation. I just don't like it, especially because it's on a hero that is also very crucial. Very, very crucial. The Tassadar, timing, the shields, etc. It just has to work, but Illidan going for that push here, saying hello to the base. Well, in the meantime, top has been claimed again for Liquid, and I think they're gonna repel them pretty easily now. It's really bad news. I have a bad feeling, but we have to go for it. Now, Liquid, maybe they forced the issue. Tassadar, as expected, the bot is just going full YOLO here at the moment, but there's the Pref doing quite some nice damage on Lucifron, but that's about it. The ultimate is out. Second ultimate, the Archon, of course, used by the bot. That's even worse. And, oh, there's a nice little lift. There's, well, the prison. Nobody's really, like, secluded here. Breeze just getting into it, and the Maw, well, grabbing one. There's the first kill. But Tassadar is going down, and, well, Ancestral Healing just keeping it together for the moment, but nope, I don't think this is enough. Breeze really low. Ethereal, he has no way to get out there. Plexcorp is already hunting for him. Illidan would also be there, so no, this is not going anywhere. 1, 2, 3, and Splendor, you're the last, my friend. GG, well played, they called. This was the level 20 fight. With 4, they have no chance whatsoever. So remind me, but this is a 2-0, right? Bible Thumb?
No, Navi actually won that first game, so it's going to be a 1-1. Yeah, so Navi still not out of it, despite the fact they are going to lose this game. Very, very unfortunate getting that disconnect. And guys, I have to remind you, this is a beta test. It is not working perfectly as of yet, so we do have these unfortunate things that do crop up from time to time, and hopefully we can get a resume from replay feature coming out here. I gotta imagine the technology is in place to do
at some
something
point,
like that.
loading back in is probably the nicest thing to fix things like that. But either way, as you already said, I was just trolling a bit. 1-1, so we get a game free after all, but for the wrong reason. That's unfortunate, obviously. So, I mean, now that Cilium is trying to change provider, I assume he finds a provider that is okay, but we can just hope he doesn't disconnect in the other game as well and then has to change provider, because obviously the IP is somehow blocking him out. So guys, we're going in the waiting screen for 2 minutes, and then game number 3 here. This is the winner bracket final, so again, for all those who just tuned in, whoever wins here is already in the money, is already the finalist, which means you have your spot 2 guaranteed, which is at least $750. Of course, the 2,000, that would be the goal for all of them. They want this number 1 spot, but well, they still have to fight for it. So Navi or Team Liquid, next game, it's gonna decide who it is. Be right back.